I made it to Ventura. And you know me, first thing, casino, Players Casino. It's a card room. It has about 15 poker tables, some blackjack, probably pie-gow. I parked over there in the corner all the way in the back. There was enough room, I didn't ask anybody. We'll see later if there's a problem. Behind, I don't know, is that famous Ventura Highway? On the way while driving here, I was listening the great song Ventura Highway, the song by band America. They're known for Horse with No Name, but Ventura Highway is much better song. I listened it about 10 times while I was driving. Down, straight, probably there's a beach. It's not that far away. I'm playing right now about 2 hours. I'm up about $700. There was 2-5 game with only 5 people at the table. I didn't want to sit down in that. That game broke up very fast after that. So I sat down in a 2-3 game. I think maximum buying is 300. I bought for 300. On my right there was a guy raising 16 and 21 all the time. He had about 900 in front of him. I asked him, why are you raising 16? Everybody puts then $4 or $5 chips, and then the dealer has to give everybody $4 back change. Said make it 15 or 20, not 21. He goes, I said it's much faster. He goes, I'm the fastest player here. I said, but the dealer takes time to give everybody change. Well, that's not my problem. So some angry guy. He kept raising that shit. So at one moment I was on a button. I had ace jack. I think it was suited hearts. He raised 16. I made it 40. He called. Flop was jack 9, 4, no hearts. He checked. I bet 60. He called. On a turn, he went all in. I called. He doubled me up. He had 9-7 of hearts. Pretty soon he left. And then I had pocket aces. The old guy next to me, I have aces. Flop was queen, 10 deuce. He bet 40. I made it 85. That was a mistake. I should bet 150. Took him a while to call. He made a call. Turn is another queen. He checks. I check. The river is a club. So now there are 3 queens. There's a straight and there's a flush. He bets 100. I fold. He goes, I got lucky. He shows a queen. And now I just won another pot with ace jack, another all in, close to 300. So I got my money back to what I lost before. I had 1,000 in front of me. I think I'm gonna go back to my RV and rest and come back later after dinner and have one more session. Tomorrow I'm gonna go down, explore the town. Making of a new table. Good. That's the product of 3 hours. Hello.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20, 40, 50, 1.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I cashed out. The game became a little bit annoying. The table changed, all new players. Suddenly became really slow. Players, nothing special. I saw 2 YouTube videos from some poker bloggers, vloggers. They presented their hands like something special. In this game, 2-3, which is for 300 buy-in, there's really not that much secret. Any raise pre-flop 20 and a bet on a flop, on a third card, possible all in. And that happened like twice in this session to me. So I don't know that there's some big science. You just have to play and get lucky as usual. So that's me strategically parked in the corner. I'm gonna chill now for an hour or 2 and then I'll go back. There was a moment when a young Asian kid came and he sat down with 300. There was a straddle, $6. He made it 20. 2 callers. I look at Queen Jack of clubs and I call. Flop is Ace of club, Queen of diamonds, 10 of clubs. King Jet made it, but I still have a bunch of outs there. Drawing for royal. Kids bet 40. Everybody folds to me and I call. Turn is Jack of spades. Well, now we have 2 pair. Drawing to a royal. a straight, any club, or maybe another queen or jack. Kid bet 65. I just pushed all in. He rolled his eyes and called. The river is 9 of clubs. He's hesitating to show. So I show first, even it's his turn. He mucks and leaves. This is day 2 in Ventura Players Casino. I just came up. There's so many disappointing things about it. I parked down the road. There's some big empty spot. I hope I don't get some ticket or something. There's no signs. And I called the casino. A guy answered. I said, can you put me on a list for a no limit game? He goes, oh, that's not our policy. We don't put people on a list. So, okay, I walked over here, told him my name. He put me on a list. Absolutely every casino today gets you on a list on the phone. Some of them, if they're affiliated with Poker Atlas, you can do it through your app. You put yourself on the list, you pick a game. This is something ridiculous. The other thing is, at the table they have chargers. So you can plug your phone, but it's not going to charge. Basically, it doesn't work. Then there's Wi-Fi. You cannot connect, but then there's no internet. I said, hey buddy, what's the deal? Can somebody reset the router? Oh, it doesn't work. I said, how? What? Why? You didn't pay the bill? So you order a soda, basic thing that you get free in every casino. It's $2.65 here, cup of with refills, $2.65. One by one disappointments about the room. Plus it looks really crummy, tight between tables, and looks dated, old. Yes. Second day, good session.
I know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 20, 30, and 5.
Thanks. Finished session, day 2 at Players Casino in Ventura. Got a few $100, actually $5.35. There was one interesting hand. When I sat down in first 12 minutes, actually I was up 500 just by pounding them. Whenever there was a race, I made a re-raise. Then I bet on a flop. Once I had a king-queen, first hand actually that I played, king-queen of spades, queen-high flop. I bet like $80. One call, on a turn I make it 120, he calls, and then on a river he folds. That was fast, 200. After that there was interesting hand with ace-jack. There was raise before me, 15, I made it 45. I missed flop completely, but there was 2 callers, so I made it 100 on a flop. One guy called. That guy was like chasing me. Turn was 8, irrelevant. He checked. I went all in, he folds. Immediately next hand, I'm on a big blind, and I have a 10-8 offsuit. Again, that guy is in a hand, but there was no raise. So we see the flop, 10-7, 4. Everybody checks. I bet like 30. This guy calls. On a turn, there's a deuce, so now there's absolutely nothing there. That didn't change anything. I don't know. What's his kicker? He checks. I bet 100, he calls. On a river, comes 9, he checks, I check, he shows jack 7. So he had middle pair, donated another close to $200. Going for a dinner now.
Have a no high hand, kings, full of jacks.
Oh, high hand. There's some bonuses here, not too much, some promotions. I'm back at the Players Casino. It's Sunday, my 3rd day here. It's going to be 4th session because I played last night and end up losing 400, but it's not much, but I have to tell you one hand. I was on a button. I look at 7-6 of spades. Under the gun, raises 25. There's 3 callers when it comes to me. It's $100 in a pot. I call and small blind call. So there's 150 in the pot already. Flop is ace of spades, 8 of hearts, 5 of spades. I have open-ended straight and a flush draw. Possible runner straight flush. Small blind check under the gun makes it 100. I go all in for my 300 something. He calls. He shows 2 aces. So he flopped the set. Normally he calls. Turn is 10 of diamonds. So I'm waiting for the river. And on the river, 7 of diamonds.
Alex.
Big disappointment. I was sure I have it. Well, it doesn't come that often, but there was a lot of outs there. So now I'm on a list second, waiting for new game. I'm gonna play 2-3. There's enough money in that game and a lot of bad players. They're chasing absolutely everything. Every gut shot, every straight, open-ended, flush, and then, ooh, I missed, and I go, ooh, buddy, bad luck, you know. You have to support that stupid plays. Well, just finished probably about 5 or 6 hour session, I even don't know. Made $1. $1. I was stuck a little bit. At the end I made one hand, like had ace jack of hearts. Flop was 3 hearts. On the river, guy bet like 50, I made it 175, he folded. But that hand gave me enough chips to get my money back. And long session, but better even than losing. Right now, I'm just watching ESPN on my tablet. World Series of Poker main event, down to 14 players. One of them is Milos Krbic from Serbia. He last year took second place at the Bellagio World Poker Tour event, got over $1 million, and he's really doing good in this main event. He's third and has probably about 30% less chips than 2 chip leaders. They have about 110 million, Milos has like 75 million. Still a long way to go, 14 players left. Well, it's Tuesday, about noon, and I'm leaving Ventura. I was here 4 days, good enough. Played at the Players Club Casino and get some success there. I'm satisfied. Now I continue my tour north on Pacific Coast Highway and see you in Santa Barbara.